All right, good afternoon, guys, and welcome to a new forecast. I actually skipped like Thursdays and Fridays pre-market analysis. I don't know if I did Wednesdays, but yeah, I slept so bad those past 2 days that I needed my morning sleep. So I decided to not make a forecast or a pre-market analysis. But now we're here, we're back. Good that you guys are here. And we're gonna make a forecast. Last week's forecast, you can see the drawing I made on my Instagram at Trades by Mao. You can see that it played out to a T, like literally. I did that analysis where I said I was looking for shorts here, and then I posted that forecast with the overall outlook for this week or for last week. And literally from here, we dropped down and even somebody caught the move, which is amazing. Although I'm not giving out any signals, this is just my personal opinion. I love to see it that you guys can use this. So yeah, that's what I do this for. Actually, this is just for myself, but now I didn't know that people actually use this and profile. How do you say it? Like my English is running me. But essentially, that it helps people is even better than just helping myself. Um, Before I go back to the high time frames, I quickly want to discuss what happened here. So we had that last leg to the downside, internal range liquidity taken, and we got a little move to the downside, forming bullish structure internal to that purple one. But we had previous weekly highs up here. So we needed a second liquidity grab to the upside. We just missed that 1 hour supply zone, but we got the move from this 50-minute one after the minor break. And from there, we got the drop all the way down to, did we hit 1.6? No, we didn't hit 1.6 yet. But we continued further to the downside. Not only did we break bearish on the purple structure level, we also broke bearish on the light blue structure level, which now results in a merge of structures. Why? Because we have this purple structure and we have this light blue structure. So from here, now that we broke to the downside here, we have a new high that led to a new low on the higher level on the high time frame. So my new leg will not be from this high down to this low or wherever the low will be formed, but from this high down to this low. So what I can do is actually, this is great that we have that there, by the way. Clean this up, clean up everything. I know almost for sure that there wasn't an entry drill, but we can take a quick look. Nope, there wasn't. Well, actually, we have a high, low. No, 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 no. Okay, there was no entry drill there for me. Maybe on the 1 minute. If so, I will make a separate case study on this and post that first on my Instagram, and then we'll post this forecast. But we'll see. So we have a low, a high, a higher low, a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. No, 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 no. Low. Nah, nothing there, unfortunately. So yeah, no entry drill there. Okay, let's go back to where we are right now. All right, so first things first, the purple structure can go. Let's clean it up. There we go. That's gone. This can go as well. Oh, missed that. That can go as well. Previous weekly lows can go as well, taken out. And we have this break here, which I will just mark out for now, but I'll remove the arrow soon. So that's the break I was talking about. And now if we go to the daily time frame, we can see that we have a new super clean structure leg on the daily we can use to trade from. And that's this low, this high that led to, I'll just take it from here again. That led to potentially the low over there. We don't know where the low will be. or where the low is at the moment, because the low hasn't been formed yet. This can go. Yes, yes. And sorry, I was yawning again. And we can, this is potentially the lag we're working with. Now let's go to the 4-hour then and see what we can use inside that lag. So we got that one. Then we have a nice supply zone again. And in addition to being a supply zone, this is also my internal range liquidity for the areas above. We can just pull that across, really. And this is our, for now, our new leg that we're working with. Now, looking at what can happen, we know that on the high time frames, we have this high that led to that low, high, low, lower high, lower low. Return to premium pricing, tap into key level. We just missed that daily supply zone, but we tapped into that key level. And we know that DXY has a lot of room to the upside. Let's look at DXY real quick. This is the area I've been talking about for ages now, that this will be taken out. And we can see we start from bullish structure, bullish break, return to discount pricing deep into the range. And now we continue further to the upside, and we actually end last week with a fairly bullish candle, strong bullish candle. Same as an EU, very strong bearish candle. We know that we have a structure internal to that red one, and that's the yellow one. The high, low, lower low, bullish break, and never reached back into discounted pricing. So the reason why we want to move lower is, first of all, this red structure. We reach back into the premium areas, so higher probability for us to look for shorts. So that's one. We want to break below this one. That's on the red structure. Then the yellow structure. We have a high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, bullish break, last leg to the upside, never reached back into the discounted, into that discounted pricing. So what do we want to see? We want to see price first reach back, and then maybe follow that red structure and continue further to the downside. But based on the yellow structure, we want to see price move up. But essentially, both yellow and red, we first want to see price move further down. So that's reason enough. Then on the dark blue structure, that is in alignment with the red structure. We also want to see lower pricing. Why? We have a low, a high, a higher low, a higher high, a higher low, a higher high, bearish break, return to premium, and now we want to see that break and price. We want to see get price below these levels, and then from here see what's happened next. What will happen next? And then, of course, the light blue structure, which is in line with the red one and the dark blue one, and essentially also kind of with the yellow one, as we want to reach deeper into the discounted pricing for longs. So that makes sense as well. That lines up. Then everything internal to that can be taken out for now. And what I like to do is use my internal ranges as the counter trend ranges. So why would you like at the areas of an accumulation or a distribution, or sorry, accumulation and distribution, that's where you look for internal structures. At the moment, we broke fairly fast to the downside, so there's no need yet to look for internal range structures. First, we let price settle, and then I would look for, okay, maybe we get on the 1 hour or the 50-minute, price starts to form a structure. So we know that, okay, we have that slowdown, buyers are stepping in, and we might get a turnaround and move from there. But until that happens, and you can look at it right now, we're a bit in the middle of nowhere, especially on the 15. There hasn't been formed much of a structure yet that we can use. We have this high that led to that low. No high, no low, but really. For me, that's just 5-minute structures, and I'm not really interested in that as of now. Then going back to the weekly, sorry for my yawns in between. I still haven't figured out why I'm always yawning. It's only when I do recordings because I'm not tired at all. We got previous in the on the weekly, we got previous weekly highs, and now we've got that previous weekly low that formed on Friday. And this is the weekly range we're working with upcoming week. And my forecast really for EU is now just following structures. That's my way of trading, first of all. And I want to see lower pricing on EU. So for the long term, first of all, because it's better for us in Europe, better for my business. Second of all, because DXY wants to come up higher, take these highs out. GU is looking at lower pricing as well. Sorry. Although GU is a bit messy, we know that we reached back into the premium area, took internal range liquidity on the higher time frame, and just like EU, we have that purple structure in this case, that one where we want to reach back into those discounted areas in order to look for a continuation to the upside, or we get a move further to the downside. But essentially, everything is pointing us that on the long term, we still have area and room to move further to the downside. Now, short term, what am I looking at? For EU, I'm looking at a potential turnaround. Hold on, let me settle this. You have to zoom out, it's just so far away. We took these lows here. We have a nice imbalance here that might give us a move. Ideally, it would be great if we just take this one from the daily for now. If we get a reaction from this area, just to retrace. So we got everything going on here on the low times. Essentially, we retrace back into the premium areas and then get our move from there. Is what I'm looking at right now. How that's gonna happen, I don't know. Got to wait, see what price does before I can make a valid how do you say it? Well, valid decision, not really, but before I can make more reliable estimation or forecast on what's going to happen next. But that's what I'm looking at for next week. So coming in next week, I will be waiting for price to settle, give us maybe turnaround, give us little indications that it will go up. Thing we got to keep in mind is that we have some liquidity here, a little pool there, and we might actually not retrace that deep. If price really wants to continue further down, it won't retrace that deep, and we will just get a move like that. So I want to be using most recent structures as well, but as you can see, it's not really clean as of now. Maybe what we can get is that price moves up here, and then from this area up here, we get a potential move further to the downside. Reason why looking at that area, sorry, is because that high took these highs. So we got high, low, lower high, the lower low, bullish break, bearish break. So that's an interesting area that might give us a little move. So it will be something like that, really. And that's what I'm looking at. So what I will just do is make this a liquidity. This as well. And keep that in mind, really. It's not anything big. So yeah, that's it for EU. So I'm on the sidelines at the start of this week. Why? Because there's no structure I can work with. There is enough reason to long because we took a lot of liquidity to the downside, but I don't have the confidence as yet to make the move or enter a trade for a long. So got to be careful, as well as that there's this pull to the downside, and we looking at downside price. So EU actually at the start of the week might push further down instantly, which means that we probably won't get any trades until Wednesday, maybe Thursday even, depending on, of course, the news. If you look at next week, yeah, we already open with retail sales. Okay, that's interesting. Then on Tuesday, Powell speaking. We've got a lot going on. The Wednesday, Bank of England, nothing. GBP, CPY on pound, unemployment claims. Okay. So we've got some news, but let's see what it does. Really, the news on Monday, that's interesting that we've got retail sales, FOMC members speaking, but then Tuesday with Powell, that's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be interesting, FOMC. Also GBP, Bank of England governor speaking, Governor Bailey's. I thought it was Bailey's, like to drink, but it isn't. Then we got some news on Cat, in case you're interested. And in the morning, we've got some GBP news as well. So we've got to keep our eyes open, keep our eyes out for the news, but nothing super major. Then that now that we did that, um that liquidity point there is interesting. There's also a previous daily high. So we've got previous daily highs there, and then at this low, we've got previous daily lows. Yeah. So we might get a Asia low being formed, then we take previous daily lows and Asia lows, and then we can look for longs. That would be a nice move. So in case it happens, I'm just gonna mark it out on the 15. So let's say this is our previous daily low, then we trickle up, we form Asia low somewhere here, and we wait price to take both, give us an entry drill, and look for longs. Hope that made sense. That's what I'm looking at. This looks clean, right? Yeah, I know. So yeah, that's it for EU. Then GU. GU is messy. It's a messy pair. I'll prefer EU by far, but GU essentially the same thing. Let me clean all this. Oh no, actually, hold up. Before I look do anything, I'll start talking. Okay, so there was no entry deal there either. Can see it already at the impulsive price move. No, what's going on? 1 second, guys. Okay, I hope it's still recording. My laptop is tripping pancakes. Come on. I hope it's still recording. I think it is because it says here. Um, but essentially GU is quite a lot like EU, where it took the previous weekly highs, took internal range liquidity, then we got the move to the downside, last break there. But and then also on this one, and that's quite interesting because now we have this area there. We already took that and can remove all this. What I can do as well is high, low. So we've got a bearish break there. So we can remove that. And now we're realigned with EU, which is great on this higher time frame kind of structure. However, one thing we can't ignore is that on GU we are still bullish. We have a low, we have a high, reach back into premium, into discounted pricing, and now we were looking for higher highs. But looking at EU and DXY, I don't feel like I feel like GU is probably coming lower as well. I have no clue how that's gonna play out yet, but yeah. First thing we can't ignore is that we have this high from all the way there down to that low for now. Oh, give me that back. Then we can use that information and line it up with our 1 hour. I'll take that one. And then that's our first area we can look to short from. And overall, we know that we have internal range liquidity. So that can also be liquidity in this leg. And then we will get the move from there. Then we will take this one, go like that, give it a little 50% middle thingy. And we're all good. So yeah, it's a bit of the same as on EU really. High time frame wise, I was just sorry, I felt was silent there. But yeah, I'm just thinking what will be play here. I think it's just the same as an EU really. Two previous weekly lows. We reached back into premium pricing. Then we got that impulsive move to the downside. So really it's the same as an EU where we just wait. We sit on the sideline, we wait for price to give us something we can work with. And at the moment it's nothing. We've got previous weekly lows down there, but previous weekly highs up here. Which is nice that that's a high. You clearly see that price action where indecisive candles, then wick to the upside, and then a strong bearish closure to the downside. So we've got that wick kind of, I don't know what's called, morning star, evening star, whatever. Essentially an impulse into a direction after taking liquidity, and that's exactly what we want to see. So yeah, for GU, pretty much the same. It's exactly the same at the moment, except for the high time frame structures realigning with the lower time frame ones. But hey, can't have everything at your side. Sometimes you just gotta take the risk. So yeah, this is what I'm looking at for GU, same as an EU. Wait here, get the potential turnaround, looking for longs, and then we short from the premium down further into discounted prices. DXY. I know my DXY is a bit messy, but that's taken out. This can go. That's still there, but can go. We didn't. This is what I said earlier that we might get the move without reaching back into that discounted pricing. That's exactly what happened. We took the liquidity and we got the move, and now we are up here, and we've kind of reached into that support and resistance zone. That one. Kind of, that's a bit lower. But yeah, for DXY, really just looking at lower pricing now. Give us a potential turnaround, give us a slowdown. If we don't get that, then we will move up here quite rapidly. Because we have enough liquidity here. So I feel like it won't be a problem to get up there. Yeah. Not much to say about DXY. It's cleaner again. That's for sure. I struggled to get clarity with it on it, but now it looks neat, clean. I know what I'm looking for. This can move there. This played out. And yeah, let's see. We've new low that led to a high. That's this one. So we just wait. Really, this is what I'm looking at for DXY as of now. We don't know yet if this is the high from where we get the move. Ideally, it does stop somewhere around these areas, because then we have another high that can be taken out. Then we have a nice build up for lower pricing. We have a nice confluence that price will go higher because of this, and then we get anticipate moves from these areas into the highs and essentially into these areas. But that will be if we slow down there. So yeah, this is my forecast for the week ahead, especially in EU and GU. EU is the same as GU, so that's why I didn't go that deep on GU. I feel like it makes quite some sense. GU is very EU is very clean, so we can work with that and wait. First of all, wait. Just be patient and see what price is going to do next week. After such a strong push, we just wait and let price settle for a while. So it's not wrong to wait for Wednesday. However, if your entry drill occurs before that, you've got to take the trade. But if it doesn't, don't be surprised if it doesn't, because or at least mine, because I have to wait for price to slow down and give me something I can work with. So yeah, I wish you guys good luck next week. I will post this soon on Instagram as well. For those who are interested, there will be a little picture of the forecast. Might be simplified compared to the entire breakdown. And yeah, catch you guys later. Peace out.